How you feel about the new Bad Boys movie?
Oh, man, I love Martin, man. We actually toured for like 3, 4 years on the Martin Lawrence tour. I didn't get to see the movie yet. I'm still I haven't got over the slap yet. I haven't got over that Chris Rock slap yet because, and I know people are like talking shit about Stephen Smith and what he said. He said that because that's his homie and that's going to haunt Chris Rock for the rest of his life. I'm a comedian. I'm rocking with Chris Rock because I'm a comic. So I really haven't got over the slap yet. So it's not really like pushing me to go to the movie theater to go and see this. Because as soon as I see his face, I'm just thinking about him to slap.
Wow. So you haven't seen a movie yet because of, Will slapping Chris Rock. You still feel a type of way about that.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. The only way I would probably get over that is if Chris Rock and this guy, if Chris Rock is able to like, if they make up somehow and they're smiling again together, I'm like, okay, if he could forgive him, then I think we all could as comedians. But 50% of comedians really feel some type of way about the slap. And don't get me wrong, we love Will Smith, he's our guy and all of that stuff. But, I think what happened there was like, he probably just thought he was invisible. He could just do whatever he wanted. He was Will fucking Smith, and because of that, and he's from the city that raised me. And because of that, we feel some type of way. And it was kind of weird because Will has a sense of humor. This nigga like jokes. He likes to crack jokes. He laugh at jokes. You saw him and laughed at it, and then something just clicked, and then he went up there and just did the impossible. And maybe he need to explain more. I'm still want to know, like, I mean, they say he apologized and but I don't know. I'm just, maybe when Chris Rock and him could make up, then I'm like, okay, no, if Chris forgave him, then we are all okay with it. But right now, some 50% of us feel that way about the slap.
I see where you're coming from. I mean, you being a, comedian, you doing stand-up comedy, you seeing somebody, get on stage and
It's like a comedian that really fucked me up.
Chris, you're a small dude, huh? Because I never seen him in person. I'm sure you did, but
Chris built like a crackhead. Yeah, he's a little dude, man. And that's what that's the thing. I'm like, this guy would at least smack a bigger comedian, you know. But he smacked. I felt like he was being a bully, and I mean, I'm a little dude, so I know about being bullied and this and that. So it didn't sit well with me. Bullies never sat well with me my whole life. I never been into no fight, but I remember like, I came to America. I remember being in the ninth grade or whatever it was, and I remember, back in Africa, the cool guys were the cool ones that got all the prop were the smart ones, back then. Like so when I came to school in America, my goal was to get good grades. That's what made me feel good. And I remember, end of the school year, this one bully was finding out everybody that had A's and B's on the report card and going around sucker punching them. And I remember one time I was walking on a bus. I was in my first stomping ground when I came to America. I was in Newark, New Jersey. So I remember I was living in a different part of Newark, but I was going to school in a whole different part of Newark. And I had to get on a bus, a public transportation to go to home. And I remember getting on a bus and I remember just like, and some dude just came out of nowhere and just sucker punched me and then left, and then I found out later he sucker punched me because he found out like I had A's and B's on my report card. So I was a victim of being of a bully. Because of that, I looked at Will Smith as a bully on that because, Chris Rock is a comedian. We allow freedom of speech. We're allowed to say whatever we want. Telling a joke on somebody does not give you rights to go and hit them. You hit somebody when they hit you. So I just felt like he was a bully, and I love Will, but like, I think he has to find a way to like make it up with Chris Rock. Maybe put him in a movie with him or something. I'm not sure. We're not even sure if Chris Rock will even want that. Chris Rock is a freaking $100 million guy himself. He got money too. So he probably, because he could have easily sued this guy for millions of dollars. Millions. But, he's from New York and he just didn't go that route of trying to press charges and all that stuff. But I guess he's just not gonna forgive him. I don't know. I didn't talk to Chris. In fact, I was there backstage when Dave Chappelle got jumped that night. I was at the show. I saw that with my own eyes. I was there. I was there at the Hollywood Bowl that night. When Dave got jumped on stage and Chris Rock, among Chris Rock was there, and everybody was there. Jamie Foxx was there. Rihanna was there. She was actually pregnant that day, and I remember taking a picture with her and ASAP Stone. What's his name? Rocks. ASAP Rocky. Yeah, Rock Stones, whatever the name is. And I remember all that whole situation. And I guess when it happened, it probably made Chris like, oh, you know what? Everybody's crazy now. It's like, you have what's the word? When you do some copycatters now. So that like all that made it even worse for Will. Like, look what you've done. Now you got people coming on stage. And then when that happened, when I'm on stage, I gotta make sure like my security is close by because if Will Smith can go on stage and smack somebody, why can't anybody else go and do that? So now you gotta be prepared for that. So he opened up a can that did not need to be open on comedians.